Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today we've got some Helldivers 2 news. We got a few things to talk about today. Mostly, we're going to be talking about Helldivers 2 leaks, because we've got some crazy leaks involving a new warbond, a new weapon, new missions, and even some crazy new things that are going to be happening in the story. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the latest patch, because there was a big mistake in this patch, and the devs have come and addressed it. So basically, what happened was the R39 or the R36 eruptor was exploding rebounding shrapnel, and that shrapnel was very lethal to players, which means you basically shoot it and kill yourself. So to prevent that, they're going to be buffing the weapon. It is no longer going to be able to shoot shrapnel, so the explosion's not going to cause any shrapnel, but instead what's going to happen is the damage is going to be buffed. So overall, this is actually a pretty big buff in my opinion. Like, that's what the devs said too, but I definitely agree with them here, because if you think about what's happening, the shrapnel is no longer going to be going off. It's not going to have probably as much of a radius of effect, but it's going to be doing more damage where it hits. So it's going to be doing more damage to the target, less damage to surrounding enemies. Overall, I think that's actually a really good change, because it's going to make it a lot easier to take out bigger targets with this weapon. So yeah, nothing else about it's going to change. It's still going to be an explosive. Everything's still going to work the same, just no shrapnel, so you're a lot less likely to kill yourself. And by a lot less likely, I mean you gotta be someone who took democracy and voted against it. So yeah, let's get into some leaks. For the record here, these are going to have some sort of story potential leaks to them, so this could be a little bit of a story spoiler. I will not blame you whatsoever if you dip out here. Make sure you hit like or dislike based on how much you like this video, because that helps me know just if I'm doing a good job with these things. So yeah, let's get into the leaks. So first off, we've got a new pistol. This is going to be the plasma pistol. It's been theorized that this was the Plas 3 Singe, I think that's what it's called, from Helldivers 1, being brought over to Helldivers 2. This leak, by the way, was from Forerunner Lore. So yeah, it looks like a cool pistol. It looks pretty standard, honestly. Like, I like the texture. I like the fact that it's got those, like, I don't know, those little, like, injectors on the side of it, those 6 injectors. I'm guessing those are shells. Whatever it is, it looks cool. It looks interesting. I don't think this is going to change the game too much, but for people looking for a new gun to play with, it seems like there is going to be one coming out soon. So now let's talk about the next one. This is a bit more of a spoiler. So this would be a dark fluid containment device. This was found by Iron Sights, and the idea behind this is actually pretty interesting. And here, like, I need to warn everybody, this is a crazy spoiler that I'm going to be dropping. So again, make sure that if you care about spoilers, you stop right here. Seriously, this is your warning. Stop the video right here. I'm not even joking. Like, I don't care about spoilers, because, like, I like the story. I like seeing how it evolved, but alright, you've been warned. You've been warned. Let's just get into this. We've got an exploding planet. Something's going to happen. Some planet's going to explode. Nobody really knows what it is or how it's going to happen, but we have an exploding planet, and in addition to that, we've got a dark fluid containment device. So the theory here is, and this is all theory, right? They could just be adding stuff to the game, adding files to the game to F with us. Who knows? Because honestly, like, I wouldn't put it past the devs, and that'd be pretty cool. Like, you know, if they just add a wild little Easter egg in there and watch people go nuts, I'd love it. I'd love it. But basically, the theory is that you've got this dark field containment device. Maybe it is antimatter, it's some sort of new bomb. And what's going to be happening is, if we complete a mission or something like that, that bomb is going to be detonated. It's going to destroy a planet. It's going to be a major focal point in the story. You can expect this to be something pretty big, I think. If it isn't, I would be surprised, but you never know. But yeah, exploding planets, it looks like that is in our future, at least one. And you know what would be even crazier? If Super Earth was a planet to explode. I don't know, man. I don't know. But there's some white stuff in my pants if that happens. So yeah, let's get moving on to the next Warbond that's going to be dropping. So, oh, and by the way, the last one was dropped by Iron Sights. I know someone's like calling people out for making these videos and not giving credit to the leaker. So yeah, I'm trying to give credit to the leakers. I usually do try to post it down below, like a little bit of like a pop-up that says the name, but maybe that wasn't enough. I don't think they're watching my videos. Let's be honest, these videos are getting like a couple hundred views. And by the way, I appreciate every single one of you who views this video, whether you like it or not. You're taking part in this channel, right? You're making me proud, and you're making my parents a little less disappointed in me. So let's go, folks. Let's get me out of my parents' basement. But no, I'm not in their basement. I'm in the attic. The basement's for the nice stuff. No, but anyways, the next Warbond is gonna be something called Polar Patriots. So this is interesting. They don't really have too many leaks here regarding the skins or anything like this. Just sort of that like initial Warbond screen, and yeah, it looks like Polar Patriots. I think this is obviously going to have something to do with like freezing, cold damage, or something like this. If you zoom in on it, you can see the armor looks quite interesting. You've got some sort of like cold looking bazooka off to the left. It's got a nice little like reticle on it, so it looks more like a sniper rifle. You got some weird looking pistol in the front, and off to the right hand side, you got what looks to be a classic assault rifle. This looks like it's gonna be a pretty cool pack. Honestly, I like the vibe that the armor's giving off. A little bit of like a blue to it. We need another like a red armor, and then someone can do red versus blue and realize it doesn't work because Rooster Teeth shut down. But hey, they can't sue you at least. But no, like yeah, it looks cool. It looks interesting. It's not something I'm like super hyped for. This isn't like the armor's not mind blowing. It doesn't look like they're bringing in a whole new weapon that's gonna shoot dildos or anything cool like that. It just sort of is what it is. Now, again, we've got a spoiler coming up. This would be and again, spoilers, if you found out about the planet blowing up and you were a little bit disappointed, this is your time to duck out. So, here we go. We've got a Meridia super colony. So, it looks like this is some sort of new planet or something like that. It's called Amicon. And when you go to this planet, you're going to be able to look down, see all the ships, everything like that. It looks more of like a desert planet, but it seems like it is trees. It seems like it's a bit of an alien jungle. So this is a whole new set of terrain that we're going to be traversing, and it looks really cool. Like I don't know. I mean, it's cool. Like you're gonna be going through a jungle. It's something new. It's like an alien jungle. It's not like a. This isn't like one of those like Stargate SG-1 things where every alien planet is a Canadian forest. No. This does look like a legitimately alien jungle. In one picture, which I am hopefully showing now, if I didn't get the editing wrong, you're gonna be seeing some like weird looking trees here. It looks like these trees are a bit like Madagascarian. I don't know if I said that right. It looks like something you see in Madagascar, which is crazy thing about Madagascar. Fun fact here, because in my videos you learn about more than just the game. Madagascar is one of the environments that is the furthest removed from everywhere else in the world. So that makes it like the closest to an alien world. And this is definitely like an alien looking thing because, you know, you're fighting giant bugs for democracy. You can't really do that anywhere else. Well, I mean, actually, you could probably go out and like swat some mosquitoes at Washington, D.C., but yeah, politicians tend to get mad when you run after them with fly swatters. So I should have said bugs. Anyways, I messed that joke up. Let's keep going. But yeah, like you've got some cool looking trees. They look a bit like palm tree, but this is definitely not like that vacation Hawaiian vibe. You're gonna need to put away your palm tree shirt and go with a bit of armor here. But yeah, it looks like a cool new environment. I'm excited to take it on. And finally, oh by the way, that was leaked by No Wolverine 232. And then and the Warbond thing was leaked by Hotneck5396. Again, I do give credit down below, but I do want to make sure I call that out. And finally, you get another one. This is an untextured thing. So this made it in, but there's no textures or anything like that for it. So this means this is probably going to be coming way later, but did make it in with this patch. This is leaked by Forerunner Lore. This would be an untextured camera. So the theory here is that the camera, no one really knows. Like maybe it's just going to be a prop that's going to be used somewhere, or maybe it's going to be some sort of like new mission or side objective where you can go in and try and like film something, film the bugs or the bots or I don't know, some sort of torture thing. Or maybe this is a crazy theory, serial overdrive theory. The Illuminate. This is a race that we know is going to be coming to Helldivers 2 at some point. I mean, I say we know, but like everybody thinks that it existed in Helldivers, the original game, and this race is like theorized to be dead, but there's been some leaks that have been we're not supposed to talk about, but there's just been some stuff that really leads me to think that, and a lot of people to think that there is going to be a third race. And what I think would be really cool is if this camera was being used to capture it. Like if there was some sort of broadcast and like we found a third race. We need proof. So if you go into this mission, make sure you bring your camera and take a picture. It would be like chasing Bigfoot, right? Except in this case, Bigfoot would actually exist. And no, I'm not talking about your hairy uncle who goes to a nudist beach every Friday. I'm talking about like a legit monster. And no, I'm not talking about his hog. I'm talking about like 8 feet, 8 feet tall, not width, height, and Bigfoot, like a giant. But like doesn't exist, right? But like in this case, the Illuminate would exist, and you'd be going out to capture them on film. And if enough of us capture them, then maybe like the people behind democracy are going to have to admit that they were lying and tell us that the race actually exists, but they're not going to admit they're lying. They're just going to say, hey, we just discovered this. And, you know, it'll go off. There'll be a cool story around it. But yeah, I think that would be a really cool thing to do. And I don't know, I'm hoping that's like something that's going to happen. And devs, if you are listening, feel free to steal my ideas. And by steal, I mean get some heavy influence from them and then claim they were your own. And I just, you know, we were on the same wavelength, you know. We took some shrooms together and things just happened. People got naked. Ideas were shared. No, I don't know. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And before I go, I do want to tell you something. It is not wrong if you vote for the bad guy in a game, a movie, anything like that. It happens to the best of us. People shouldn't be shunned from it. And my friends should really reply back. Schindler's List. It's a great movie, but you know, second watch through, you gotta get a vote for a different team, right? Until next time, peace.